Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. Keep relax your body. Bring your attention to your body and mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing. So bring your attention and scan head to toes yourself 3 times and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation with the sensation of your body. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body. So remember each and every inhalation, exhalation. Make it more relaxed. Slowly, deeply and gently. Inhale and exhale. When you inhale, inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. In between inhalation, exhalation, keep a little gap. So bring attention to your right arm. Deeply, gently, slowly breathing to your right arm. Visualize yourself and focus all that breath go to right arm. And breathe out. To your left arm, breathing. And breathe out. Your back and spine, breathing. And release. Your chest, breathing. And release. Abdominal area, breathing. And release. Your right leg, breathing. And release. Left leg, breathing. And release. Neck and head, breathing. And release. Now your whole body breathing and breathe out. Again breathing and breathe out. Again breathing and breathe out. Okay, now one more time, deeply breathing and hold it to your lower belly area and visualize yourself, your whole body filled with air, and feel your whole body as one and keep the breath as long as you can. Okay, deeply breathing and hold it. And breathe out. Let your whole body weight go down. Scan head to toes yourself. Head to toes, recognize all the sensation, any kind of feelings, heat, tightness, heaviness. Just get a mental note. Now get to one place and recognize one place and slowly observe the sensation or the pain, tightness, heaviness. Don't have any wish. Don't try to change anything. Just allow it to happen, but observe very clearly. When thought arise, don't follow the thoughts, just stay with the sensation. Always bring attention towards the sensation and see what it is, how you recognize it as sensation, what is the very nature of it. When you observe the sensation, sometimes it can increase, sometimes it go down, and sometimes it remain the same, or sometimes it suddenly disappear. Just accept whatever it is. Again, scan head to toes yourself and find another place. Whatever the sensation you feel, just recognize it, observe. Is there anything you can see more than the pain or the tightness, heaviness? Again, observe it to those and find another place, another pain or tightness, heaviness, heat, any sensation, any feelings, but don't follow it, just observe. Now bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So don't try to inhale or exhale, just allow it to happen as it is. Recognize inhalation, exhalation as exhalation in the beginning. Try to observe without any past experience. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. This is rising, this is falling. And some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just observe and recognize, accept it. Just get into only the sensation without naming it inhalation or exhalation. How you recognize it as sensation. It is arising, it's not your own mind. It is not happening beyond you. That sensation has its own way, arising, existing, and disappearing itself. And it is again and again to follow that same nature. Sensation is kind of like a water bubble, like a waves in the ocean. It cannot separate from you, that it itself you. Each and every sensation has the same thing, that's change. Rather than focusing to any other details, can we just recognize only the change without personalizing it, without any self-view. Once you clearly recognize the change, mind naturally come out of becoming nature. Once you come out of the becoming nature, you drop the collective nature. Then there's nothing to let go. When there's nothing to let go, no resistance. When there's no resistance, no anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. So bring attention to your body. Just be with your inhalation, exhalation, and appreciate yourself this moment. Reflect to yourself. You are so lucky. You are so blessed to have this moment. Life is not your past or future. Life is this moment you experience. So just be with it. Appreciate. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to come out of your bed, walk to your bathroom, do your cleaning yourself, and enjoy your meal, cup of tea, coffee, glass of water. You have strength, people around you to share your life. There are people around you to share their life with you. Even you live alone, that is a blessing. Appreciate yourself. Don't demand anything over what you have. You have this beautiful eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind with longevity, complexion, comfort, strength, and the wisdom to maintain that things without getting harm getting harm to yourself or without doing any harm to others. That is blessing. It is very rare. You experience this inhalation, exhalation sitting like this. This is the miracle can happen in this entire universe. Appreciate it. There are a lot of people in this very moment losing that connection. They cannot get it back anymore. It come to us also one day. Once you lose this connection with inhalation, exhalation, this everything going to separate to parts. So appreciate yourself this moment. Don't struggle with anything. Just allow things to happen as it is. Let others to live as they wish. And always remember to appreciate yourself and share your life with others. In this very moment, there are a lot of people in this world fighting with death, struggling with life, have fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. As paying gratitude to yourself there this moment, share this time, share your heart with them. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your dear near ones, your loved ones, your beloved parents, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, village people, city, state, country, all living beings in this world and in this universe, and as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So thinking like this, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. downward, and upward. All 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Let your heart to come out of the skin. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, so day by day you have to have intention to become very clear within yourself and understanding this ordinary life. So it is mostly that recognizing and putting more awareness to your experience, and then use that experience again as practice. So this is the kind of like a journey that you go through every day. It is just meditation mean it is just not you sit for a moment and after that you go back to your ordinary life. So once it become little by little used to yourself, and every day, each and every moment that you spend, always remember, develop the awareness. So we have a self-image, and mostly we like to develop that self-image always inside us, and we like to share that self-image with others. We sacrifice a lot to maintain that self-image. Have you ever thought why you need this self-image? And what you want out of it? You never see it. Every day you maintain it, and you try to develop it little by little, everywhere, from newly born child to the elders, and even the president to the ordinary person, and a very rich person to the beggar. Everywhere you see, even sometimes to the most very famous gurus and followers. This everybody is struggling with this self-image. This is stronger than you think, and it come out of in a different ways. Once you have self-image inside you, you maintain it with different tools, and you start to develop different departments. As a part of that departments, you gain the names and titles. So, and after that you gain the names and titles. You trying to maintain that names and titles, and you don't see, little by little you feed into that self-image. Why you need the self-image to live? Just remember that when you start to deal with the self-image and what is behind it, have you ever thought? When you have a self-image, The behind that self-image, the building block is the memory. So when you have the memory, collective memory, you start to build up your self-image. So then you live with the self-image mean you live with your memory. When you start to live with your memory, your awareness becomes so weak because it never going to get any chance. So once you become more comfortable with live with the memories, and you trying to maintain it in a different ways, in different department, in different direction, with different tools. As a result of that, then you start to gain the names, titles, and some other uh, the badge or the certificates, this all. So then what will happen? Can you live with the memory? Just think for a moment. In day-to-day life, just take one day, not about with the entire world, but take one day with your own life. So if you're trying to live with the memory, that is why this all the depression, anxiety, and unbalance, sadness, worry, disappointments, that everything start to play the game. And they start to that the play the drama inside us. So in even not only with you, it give hard time to other people. Just think that can you live with your husband or with your wife with the memory? And with your children, can you live with the memory? And with your parents, with your brothers, sisters, can you live with the memory? And with your partners or the friends and other people, even the co-workers or the anywhere you go, if you try to live with the memory, you become very limited person to your own self-image. Remember that. And think deeply, try to understand, analyze yourself. Otherwise, just hearing this doesn't make any sense. You have to analyze it while you're hearing, and at the same time trying to analyze it yourself. It give a practice yourself to just rather than believing or rather than listening, you're going to get something more. So when you have this self-image, what is happening after that? You trying to, without knowingly or unknowingly, you trying to maintain it. And then once you trying to become very limited to your own memory, your self-image, and you build up your own prison, and you believe that you exist, but you really not exist as a human being. You just become someone related to your body, but you are you have more capacity to experience this life, to experience this mind, to experience this world. To experience that, you have to come out of the memory. So how you can come out of the memory? Because the self-image or the memory is the most important thing that we have. We always like to be with it, and we always like to protect it. And but at the same time, while you live with your memory, remember, you losing the present moment. So then what you have to do? Remember to develop the awareness. Awareness has its own consciousness. In that consciousness, what is happening? So then sometimes people can ask, oh, if we don't have memory, then how are we going to think about other people? This is what happening. The awareness has its own memory, the consciousness, that when you become mindful, when you develop the awareness, in that awareness, you're going to see that seeing is bigger than your memory. And it is become more clear than accurate than your memory, because your memory is very limited. So you cannot live with your husband or the wife with your memory. Your life going to become miserable. That is what happening most of the time. We live with our memory. Our day-to-day life, we work, we do things. Even the singers or the dancers or the actors, they go with the memory. Then once it come to muscle memory, and once it go to the DNA, and once it become your habit, what happening? It go to samsara. When birth to birth, it has power to take you in the same pattern. So then to break it down, you have to develop the awareness. When you develop the awareness, what is happening, you start to recognize. That recognition is more stronger, bigger, and it brings the more clarity regarding the present moment. That is the beautiful experience that you can achieve as a human being without depending from your past. If you able to experience whatever appear to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, in that appearance, there is a contact happen. That is normal. It is that contacts, nothing wrong with it. So the nothing wrong with the world, nothing wrong with your eye. So the eye not belong to the contacts not belong to eye. So when both two things happen, in the middle of that, when the eye and the perception happen, come together, in that contact, there is a sensation arise. With that sensation, there is a consciousness arise. When you have that conscious with the desire, that is where you bound to the world. Otherwise, having eye, having ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, nothing wrong. Even you live with the whatever the luxurious life or the beautiful life, whatever the money or that things, nothing wrong with that. But the asceticism is where the asceticism is start. This is all the difficult, hard practice thousand years ago. What they thought, the whatever the perception come to this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Remember, you have to be very clear. This is not a kind of like a head massage. This is not kind of like oh, I just say something, you have to listen to me. There is nothing. So both sides we have to be clear, because once you understand this, that clarity going to be with you forever. So the thing is, the asceticism the very beginning of the asceticism, what they thought, when you see something beautiful, they didn't see, they have no the concept, they haven't the awareness to see in the middle of this eye and the pictures or the colors, there is a middle consciousness arise. So then what happened, they thought, oh, whatever we see, we go with it, or then it is not good to see. So whatever you hear, and then we go with it. Then the sound has power to take us to that way, like the deer follow the sound. And the nose has power, that the smell, aromas has power to take us that way. Or the taste has power to take us that way. So the sensation, the people have the powers to take us that way. The thoughts or the ideas has power to take us that way. So they gave full credit regarding this world to these outside things. And then what they did, they thought that is evil. Why? Because it destroys us. I am here and stay calm, relax, then something appear to in front of me, then my desire arise. That is not good. So it is better close my eyes and stay. And then if I hear something that is so, then sometimes they far away and escape to the jungle or the high mountain areas, and they stay calm and hide from the people. Why? Because they didn't see in the middle of this the consciousness arise. So That is, it has a very long history, but still the people have that mentality, and they like to appreciate that way. They go with this pattern still. Why? Because they are more bound to the memory. So the memory is the come out of the self image come out of the memory. So then once you hold it to the memory, you think about I am, me. And then what you do, you rejecting and you pushing this outside to keep protect you. This is a struggle. This is itself the samsara. This is itself suffering. Living the life itself suffering, because once you depending from memory, you suffer. So that's why every day, can you live with the life with your memory? No, because when in day-to-day life, when you develop the awareness, there is something else happen. You need that, because without that, your life not going to be complete. So in the middle of this eye and the perception, sound and the ear, and the nose and the aroma, and the taste and the tongue, the sensation and the body, the mind and the dharma, in the middle of this, there is a consciousness arise. So with that consciousness, you need this memory to keep it going. Otherwise, it appear, it going to go away. Go away means it go back to the same nature. So this memory, come and hold it. If it is good, then you hold it. If it is not good, and then you have the resistance inside. So this is the struggle, keep happening. So it happening so fast, and you cannot sometimes tackle this system, and it keep going like a wheel. So when you develop the awareness, what is happening, little by little, in the very first level, you drop the responding ability to this memory and the sensation. So the contact always, it like we are living in the middle of, in the under the water everywhere. So like that, the world is everywhere. The world is this all. The world is your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters. But you don't take it like that way. But when you have that, when your wife or the husband make you mad, and sometimes your children make you mad, your brothers, sisters make you mad, your parents make you mad, and you say, my world is not happy. See that you trying to take the world at the middle center as you, and then you representing your pain through your husband, wife, children, friends and family members. But why you cannot reverse the mechanism and see the husband, wife, children, friends and family, that this everything as the world? If when you have the consciousness, awareness, that is what happened. And then the self-centered moment start to slow down, and you start to see how things come to be as they are around you. That is where the clarity happens. When that clarity happens to inside you, there is something beautiful shift come. That shift is when something come to your eye, it doesn't matter the bad, sad, very horrible words, somebody blaming to you with the most the ugly words. When it come to your ear, when as a sound, the ear conscious, when it arises that as ear consciousness, in that moment you have consciousness to recognize the change, the what is happening in the middle of that. In that very moment your memory drop. So when your memory drop, what is happening, that means you don't have the self image. And when the memory drop, you're not going to take it as a bad or the sad horrible word. it has, you start to recognize to see it as a sound, and then there is no reaction anymore. And itself, the you become more relaxed, calm down. With eye, the same. So now you can apply the same method to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. With whatever you experience, whatever come from outside, and whatever the organs that you have, there are people. When they have this eye, when they see things, they get hurt, they get mad with their own eyes, and they say, why I see these things? And sometimes they think it is something wrong with their eyes. And some people, when they get mad, they say, why I hear these things? And when they get mad with this all this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and they say, why I live like this? See, they misunderstand the system. So only thing is, remember, drop the memory and be conscious of, develop the awareness, and take each and every moment separately. And when the day come for you, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and with that all the six perceptions, and when it arises in that very moment, with the clear understanding, with the clear awareness, with the sati sampajanya, clear comprehension, in the direct perception, when you are able to recognize without your past, and in that very moment, there is a shift happening. In that shift, it anymore not belong to samsara. That is where you start to come out of this all, and you will still exist, but you are not responsible for this world. If you remember, if you do anything related with your memory and knowingly, and that is where the desire is, if you responding with anything with the memory, there is no way you are responsible to this samsara. Think about it. And if you think deeply, you will see. And you can challenge yourself, and you can do experiment. Do anything without memory, and do clear aware with the clear awareness. And then in that very moment, you will see anymore. There is no samsara for that action. That's why for this dharma, you no need the third party to analyze it. So you become your own analyzer. You become, you start to see it while you practice in that very moment. So that is the method to come out of this, the most of the misery, pain, and the sadness, worry, and get out of the self-image. That means get out of the memory, and then start to live with the awareness. In that awareness, as I mentioned, there is a consciousness. In that consciousness, you're going to see. When you see that, you see that everything better than what you memorize. It is so bigger than what you memorize. Your memory is very limited, but when you have the awareness, there is a bigger picture you can see. So there was a very wealthy man, husband and wife, but they didn't have children. And the wife every day, the fighting with the husband, no children. And then this husband one day went to market, and there was a magician, and he do magic. And then he had this little rat, baby rat, and put it to his farm and show it to everyone. And then he did a magic, and then it became a beautiful baby. And asked, is there anybody want this? And this rich man thought, oh, my wife always fighting with me. There's no children. Now this baby is so beautiful. Take it. And he took it. And it is so beautiful. And then when he took her to the home, and just seeing the first sign, the wife was so attached to the child. And now they start to raise the child. And she became little by little young girl, and everybody knew that her beauty. and everybody talk about her beauty. And all the young people start to go around the house. So then the time came to find a husband. But the thing is, this girl don't like anyone. So then even the prince that heard about this, and then he also that tried to get married to her, but she told, no, I don't like. And then all the rich people, everyone, and get into try to get this girl, but no one, she didn't like anybody. And then while now they're having a discussion, that a lot of people around that they're trying to show pictures and everything. And then finally father was so tired, and then asked, is there anyone you like? Then suddenly there was a little rat ran through that place, and she told, I want to get married to that. So when we live with the memory, that is what happened. Because we came from somewhere with carrying the memory. There are a lot of stories in the Jataka stories. We see that all the we have the lot of memory behind this. So that is the entire animal world live with the memory. So only human has power to develop this consciousness. If you don't develop that consciousness, you behave like the animal. You know, there's nothing different than the animal and the human if you don't develop the consciousness. The animal have the memory. It doesn't matter you so beautiful, you that everyone talk about it, but the same like that. And so then yourself remember and develop the awareness. That is the your responsibility as a human being this, when you come to this form, this existence. So get the best out of it every day in every way. This place is not place to suffer, fight. This place is to develop the awareness. So with that, I bless upon everyone. By the power of this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.